I'm David Beadle. Here's what's happening from RateAlertNow.com. 30-year mortgage rates were higher on Monday for the fifth day in a row after a report on pending home sales for February spiked sharply higher. The reason was the upcoming end of the very generous homebuyer tax credit purchase period at the end of this month. The national average 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is now at 5% with 2 3/4 points, up another 3/8 of a point from Friday, for an extra cost of $375 on a $100,000 loan. Compared to a week earlier, the 5% rate is now 1.25 points higher, for an extra cost of $1,250 on a $100,000 loan. If you had been a subscriber to my low-cost, real-time Rate Alert Now service, you may have been able to lock your rate before the very expensive rate increase occurred. The 5 3/8% rate is at half of 1 point, up 1/4 of a point from the previous trading day. Remember, 1 point is worth 1% of the loan amount. This means 1 point is $1,000 on a $100,000 loan and $2,000 on a $200,000 loan. When it comes to a 2-point loan, that represents 2% of the loan amount. This means 2 points is $2,000 on a $100,000 loan and $4,000 on a $200,000 loan. The national average 15-year fixed-rate mortgage was up as well, with the 4 3/8% rate at 2 points. It had been at 1 1/8 points last Monday, which means it now costs an extra $875 to obtain the same rate on a $100,000 loan. The 4 5/8% rate is at 3/4 of 1 point. In order for you to know when to lock your floating fixed-rate mortgage, you have to have an early warning system with immediate news on changes in current rates and points before they occur throughout every business day. That's where my Rate Alert Now service becomes essential to your rate lock strategy. I'll tell you via regular email and or mobile text messaging when current rates are about to go up. And if you act quickly, you may be able to reach your local mortgage originator by phone to lock your rate before the mortgage company becomes aware of what's going on and changes its rates. The cost of my service is less than $1 a day. The service sector saw a solid move higher last month, which exceeded expectations. Services account for about 80% of U.S. economic activity. On Tuesday, we will see the minutes of last month's Federal Reserve Monetary Policy meeting. There is growing speculation that the Fed may hike the short-term rates which it controls sooner rather than later. That's what's happening. I'm David Beadle. For full details on my real-time mortgage rate alert service to help you beat the system, visit RateAlertNow.com and check back here on Tuesday morning for my next free mortgage rate update.